Hello, everyone. My name is Mark, and today I'm going to show you my N-Body Extreme Golden Points Project Edition. So, what I did for my Project Edition, I took the inspiration from the project spec online, and I made a spaceship that flies around and is affected by the different gravitational forces of my N-body system. And so when I was doing this, I came up with my vision. I wanted to, one, be able to control the spaceship sprite with my WASD keys. Could have done the arrow keys, but I grew up playing Team Fortress 2, and WASD is where it's at. Number two, I wanted my spaceship to face in the direction it was moving. I didn't just want a little spaceship guy that went like this. I wanted him to go like because I wanted to be pretty. And that was my third goal, is that I wanted it to be pretty. And so I am going to show you my screen. I hope that worked. And now I'm going to show you what we got going on. So here we go, N-Body Extreme, and we start. And at first, we're going to move that to the center. We see my spaceship, and he is cruising in the solar system. And now we're going to say, what if we want to go visit Mars? Well, we're going to turn him around a little bit, and we're going to try to get lined up with Mars. And this is like a real spaceship. He is tricky to fly, and it's hard to get it right, but there we're at Mars. And now let's go into Mercury. I'm lucky that these are the early planets in the solar system, because the names of the later planets like Jupiter and Saturn and Neptune, Uranus, I know what the names are. I don't know what order they come in. Oh, there it is. Come on, Mercury. But Mercury, Venus, Mars, I know it. Oh, and there I got too close to the sun, and his gravity shot me into oblivion. That's tough. Really hard to get your spaceship back. He is way out there now. No idea where he is. So let's close that, and let's talk about my process just a little bit. I have my notes on my phone. It just turned off. So getting the key presses, like the key listener, to work was just an absolute nightmare. And, well, nightmare is maybe too strong of a word. It was a challenge. I relied on the collective knowledge of all of Google on this. I Googled so much, but the thing that really made the difference for me was this key listener interaction Java full implementation. Why? Because everything that I looked at, they assumed some knowledge, like they assumed that you knew how to get, oh, what's it called? They assumed that you knew how to like import the classes and do all this stuff, and they didn't really even explain that. Like that was left out of their um, documentation or their tutorials. And this was the first thing I found that showed all of that. And it helped me start getting down, like hunting down this food chain to figure out what I was missing. Because then I discovered that they were all using something called JFrame. And I'm like, I don't know what a JFrame is. I'm using STD draw, standard draw. And so eventually, after going through all of these codes and doing all this stuff all over the Google, I start to look at the STD standard draw documentation. And here I have it over here. And this is where I really start to make headway, because I start to notice, hey, they got these import key event, key listener things going on. They must have something already implemented that I can use. And so I was like, let's try this key event. Let's look for some of these in here. Okay, I got get keystroke key event. What else do I got? Link key event, key event. All this stuff. Was looking through it, not really sure what was going on, but I did come across this, a key event. I got Boolean is key pressed, public static right here. I'm pointing at my screen, but this is what I was looking at, and I'm like, this could be my money shot. It took me like several hours of Googling trying to get the key listener to like all import into my normal N-Body Extreme code before I found this. But once I found this, we were in the money. There was nothing that could hold us back. And so I got that working, and I was just using like one of the included sprites, I think a bowling ball from the images. And I was like, this isn't going to be good enough. I want it to look pretty. Came over to Photoshop, made myself a little rocket ship. It was really cool. I made it smaller than this. It was half the dimensions, and I scaled it up. And somehow the scaling added this cool, like, teal kind of yellow glow here that looks like there was some sort of heat distortion on the metal. Was really stoked on that, thought that looked great. Turned off this background layer so we had a transparent little rocket sprite. And then all I had to do was go into the end body extreme or the body extreme class and tell it that if this starship was the picture that was being used, that we wanted its orientation to follow the velocity of the starship. And so you'd get it to follow its velocity, look really cool, get this rocking one more time. Let's fly our spaceship around. Whee! Turn it around. Going down. Oh, we're gonna turn around again. Oh, this thing is hard to fly. It the sun has a lot of gravity. When you get close to these other planets, it hardly even feels like they're doing much. You can feel it a little bit. By feel, I mean like you can sense that it's not just going straight back, but it's just like, because I think the planets, their sprites are so big compared to what they actually are that you have to get like right on top of the thing to really like to have your guy there. He's getting drug around just a little bit right there. Oh, I felt it. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching me, you guys. This was really fun. I'm going to try to switch back to my face again. I really appreciated you guys watching, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye bye.